Wellington Court, Knightsbridge, January 25th, 1900. Dear Howells, if you got half as much as Pond prophesied, be content and praise God. It has not happened to another. But I am sorry he didn't go with you, for it is marvelous to hear him yarn. He is good company, cheery and hearty, and his mail is never idle. Your doing a lecture tour was heroic. It was the highest order of grit, and you have a right to be proud of yourself. No amount of applause or money or both could save it from being a hell to a man constituted as you are. It is that even to me, who am made of coarser stuff. I knew the audiences would come forward and shake hands with you, that one infallible sign of sincere approval. In all my life, wherever it failed me, I left the hall sick and ashamed, knowing what it meant. Privately speaking, this is a sordid and criminal war, and in every way shameful and excuseless. Every day I write in my head bitter magazine articles about it, but I have to stop with that. For England must not fall. It would mean an inundation of Russian and German political degradations, which would envelop the globe and steep it in a sort of Middle Age night and slavery, which would last till Christ comes again. Even wrong, and she is wrong, England must be upheld. He is an enemy of the human race. Who shall speak against her now? Why was the human race created? Or at least, why wasn't something creditable created in place of it? God had his opportunity. He could have made a reputation. But no, he must commit this grotesque folly, a lark which must have cost him a regret or two when he came to think it over and observe effects. For a giddy and unbecoming caprice, there has been nothing like it till this war. I talk the war with both sides, always waiting until the other man introduces the topic. Then I say, my head is with the Briton, but my heart and such rags of morals as I have are with the Boer. Now we will talk, unembarrassed and without prejudice. And so we discuss and have no trouble. January 26. It was my intention to make some disparaging remarks about the human race, and so I kept this letter open for that purpose, and for the purpose of telling my dream, wherein the Trinity were trying to guess a conundrum. But I can do better, for I can snip out of the Times various samples and sidelights which bring the race down to date and expose it as of yesterday. If you will notice, there is seldom a telegram in a paper which fails to show up one or more members and beneficiaries of our civilization as promenading in his shirt-tail, with the rest of his regalia in the wash. I love to see the holy ones air their smug pieties and admire them and smirk over them, and at the same moment frankly and publicly show their contempt for the pieties of the Boer, confidently expecting the approval of the country and the pulpit, and getting it. I notice that God is on both sides in this war. Thus history repeats itself. But I am the only person who has noticed this. Everybody here thinks he is playing the game for this side, and for this side only. With great love to you all, Mark.